My first how-to video was with Baylor's volleyball team, and they had me putting in some work. Well, today I got to work with the Lady Bears on improving my basketball skills. Check it out. I am here at one of the best places to eat in Waco, and if you'd like to get in, then you better start putting on some pads, working out, and going to class, because this place is reserved for Baylor student athletes only. After coming all the way from Queensland, Australia in 2014, senior guard Christy Wallace is preparing to graduate this coming May and complete her last season on the court as a Lady Bear. The Baylor men's basketball team took down Oklahoma State 76-60 with Manu Lecomte leading the way with 30 total points right here in the Farrell Center. After 20 and 22 years of being the voices of the Lady Bears and covering more than 600 games each, Lori Fogelman and Rick May announced their retirement. It all started in 1996 when May decided to campaign for the play-by-play position and got the job. 2 short years later, Fogelman joined Rick's side as the color analyst and started a relationship that would last a lifetime.
You work with other people occasionally and things are well, they go well. But then when Laurie came in, it was just like, all right, this is it. This is the way it's supposed to be. Giving me an autocorrect. It was just perfect.
Right. He allowed me to develop into a regular commentator, and I appreciate that about him. It's just, he is a total professional, and I just appreciate the way that he just allowed me to find my way.
From finishing each other's sentences to saying the same thing at the same time on air, Fogelman and May's relationship really is one in a million.
She says that I'm her radio husband, and she is certainly my radio wife, and that's about as close as you can get.
I found out Fogelman's pre-game rituals include a special pin that she tries to use for every game she covers, and along with her pin, Fogelman said she always has to sit on May's right side.
We haven't changed that at all.
When you're winning, you don't change anything.
The two were honored at the Lady Bears vs. Kansas game with a video and custom jerseys and said it was something cool they weren't expecting.
That's the last place we want to be, is on the middle of the floor. Because if we're there, something is truly wrong. But it was a real honor. It really was.
For both of them, commentating is unfortunately not their full-time jobs, so the two discussed retiring together.
As we finished up last year, we thought, well, let's go one more and see if we can't go out with a national championship. So that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping for this time.
The two said they will definitely miss being the voices of the Lady Bears, but
I know next season, when we have season tickets for the Lady Bears, I will be sitting on his right side, just because that is the way it's supposed to be, right?
We'll sit in the stands and commentate to each other.
There you go. For Lariat TV News Today, this is Elisabeth Tharp reporting. The Baylor women's basketball team defeated the University of Texas 93-87 here at the Frank Irwin Center, clinching their 8th Big 12 regular season title. Even though UT hit 9 threes, Baylor was able to execute well offensively in the paint 54-36 and demonstrated dominance with 4 players scoring in double figures, along with Takia Cohen and Kalani Brown grabbing a combined 20 rebounds.
It means a lot to me. Just coming into my senior year, I knew that I had to step up. That's something that we talked about last year after the season, and I just try to do everything she asked me to do, like just go out there and help my team any way I can, whether it's inside the post or outside the perimeter. I just try to be versatile and just help out whenever I can.
The Lady Bears now have an impressive 23-game winning streak and have a 16-0 start to the Big 12 conference season.
These kids don't come to Baylor to win games, they come to win championships. And they don't run their mouth about how many championships they're going to win. They just go out and play hard. They have a competitive fire within. They have a coach that has a competitive fire that tries to bring it out of them. But until you finish the job and you get that championship, just go to work every day.
The Lady Bears will be heading to Fort Worth, Texas to take on TCU for their next matchup on February 20th at 5 p.m. For Lariat TV News, I'm Elisabeth Tharp. Despite Baylor outgaining Tech by almost 200 yards, the Red Raiders took down the Bears 38-24 to close the TFBI shootout here in Arlington, Texas at the AT&T Stadium. The Bears also led in possession time, first downs, and in passing yards, but the Raiders were able to capitalize on Baylor's 4 turnovers by turning them into 17 points.
You know, you just can't live in the past. Like, once you mess up on a play, you have to clear it in order to make a play the next play, you know? You got to one play at a time. You can't focus on what happened in the past.
Because we know we can come and fight in the fourth quarter. It's just early in the game, we have to learn not to beat ourselves and make a lot of mistakes.
With 63 dropbacks and 1 sack against Tech, there is a definite sign of improvement of Baylor's offensive line from week to week.
You can be pleased with progress, pleased with individuals, and furious at the results. And that's how all of our lives are, right? Like, like our kids make mistakes. My son, my daughters make mistakes. I can love my kids and not be happy with what they did. And so that's a day like today. We just take it like that. We keep moving forward, but we are definitely getting better.
We're in every day after practice, catching balls, working on our routes. So, you never know what's going to happen. So, it's a day in and day out grind.
The Bears will be back home in Waco for their next game coming up against Iowa State on November 18th. For Lariat TV News, I'm Elisabeth Tharp.
Volleyball and basketball definitely tested my athletic abilities. Well, now it's time to check out my golf skills with the Baylor men's golf team. Let's see how I do. First, I'm here with junior Garrett May, and he's going to teach me how to.
Today we're going to learn how to pick the right club for the shot you're going to hit, and to also talk about the grip and how to grip the club.
Garrett's advice on choosing the right club first includes practice and recent experiences, or knowing how far you hit your clubs.
So you'd say 141, it's around a pitching wedge for me.
Next, you want to examine the wind's direction.
And wind's coming off the left. It's hurting a little bit, so it's going to take off a little distance this shot. So
then check in to see what's between you and the green.
I've got the sand trap short of the green, so you don't want to go short.
Exactly.
So you kind of want to play a little long. You got the 9-iron, and this is the club you want.
Garrett then went over how to grip the club.
There you go.
Square.
So, like your hand like this, and your fingers, and then you take your thumb and just kind of roll it over. There you go. So then you're going to take your right hand, and you're just going to wrap it under with the pinky finger right on your pointer finger of the other hand, and then you're just going to wrap it around like that. And make sure this thumb is kind of like down and around the shaft like that, and there you go. There's your grip.
Next, I'm here with sophomore Cooper Dossie, and he is going to teach me how to
drive, chip, and putt. I need my driver, my 60-degree, and my putter. The way you address is you put the putter behind the ball, and you try to put the ball in the middle of the face, and then you just take it back and then through.
Back and through.
Yep. A small chip, it would just be a simple, like, half swing almost. So when you set up to the driver, you're going to step a little bit farther away, then you would hit a putt, a little bit farther back from the ball. That's good. And you want the ball to be kind of on your left foot.
All the way back. Yeah. Am I holding this right?
Yeah. And make
really?
sure, and make sure to watch the ball. Perfect.
Okay, so mine, I hit the ball, but he hit the ball. That was awesome.
If you'd like to catch the men's golf team at work, they compete in the Jerry Pate Intercollegiate on October 9th in Alabama.